Shalom, shalom. Kalal Aliyam La Yahuba Sham Yahushai Ba Sham Akakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Right, this here is number one from Great Millstone Camp in Trinidad. I'm going to do a little lesson here. You know, this lesson is America is Rome. America is Rome. The ancient Roman Empire is the United States of America today. And it's just another long video. Let's go and highlight on one thing. The free, I was watching Manatazak with Malik Yoba, as he called him, Malik Yogurt. These jakes and them freaky as hell, boy. But the thing is, America is Rome. What was allowed in Rome is allowed over here because it's the same image, same philosophies. It's the same people who ruled the ancient Roman Empire, the Caesars, Augustus and your Tiberius and your Claudiuses and your Neros and your Vitelliuses and your Vespasians, right? All of them men and them who ruled the ancient Roman Empire. And your Crassuses and your Pompeys, all of them now. Them is the ones who rule in America right now with the same ideology. Just be as vile as you could be on the face of the earth. That is how they just think. This Revelation chapter 20 verse 1, and I saw another angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Alright? And that was dealing with the ancient Roman Empire, really and truly. They were out of 1,000 years of rulership. Okay? They were out of rulership for 1,000 years. I mean, in the founding fathers of the pinnacle era of the Roman Empire, when it was a pinnacle kingdom. Like before that, you had the Japhites, the Japhetic people who was there, and then the Edomites, so-called white people, came and took over the lands. That history that proves that. You could look it up. Took over the lands, but they tried to hide it good, but you could find it in books documented. They took over the lands, right, and set up their empire, which was prophesied by Daniel. But anyhow, let me go on, right. It's this is Revelation chapter 13. And verse, read from verse 2. It says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, because I was beginning with Alexander the Great, which is the head Edomite, who started the Edomite dominion on the earth. From the Greeks to the Romans was Edomite ruling. But the original Greeks is Japhetic people again. But the Edomites came and took over their lands. Okay? And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power. Remember, the angel came and bound the dragon, that old serpent, which is called the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. That dragon was dealing with the Edomites, the Roman Empire. Alright? And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Verse 3, and I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Okay? His deadly wound was healed, but it was what? Wounded unto death. Okay? That wounded unto death was what we just read in Revelation 20. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 8,000 years, wounded him unto death. He put him in slavery, had he and his ideology and his philosophies for a period of time. It was so low that they couldn't do nothing. They had no power again. But when you're a slave, you have no power. When you get bound, you have no power. So basically, they had no power again. The Roman Empire had no power again for 1,000 years. Right? This is when the Nerva-Antonine dynasty came in, right after the guy called Domitian, which is Vespasian's son. Alright, the Flavian dynasty. Right after the Flavian dynasty, you had the Nerva-Antonine dynasty, and that dynasty was ruled by Jakes, coming all the way up to you call what, Marcus Aurelius. Then you have your Septimius Severus. All of these men was Jakes. You had Commodus Saul, which was Marcus Aurelius' son. All of them was Israelites. Alright? Nerva-Antonine all the way up to then was Jakes. Okay? The Edomites, they lost the power, the kingdom did fall. Right? Right, verse 3. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season, which is right now. After that, that is where coming into your Renaissance era. The rebirth of what? The Roman Empire, because you remember, the scripture just say, he saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded unto death. And what is deadly wound was healed. Okay? His deadly wound was healed. I'm going to read verse 11. Revelation 13 verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and had 2 horns, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, dealing with the same Roman Empire, but it come back in the form of what? The United States of America. This represents the United States of America, right? And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. He doing the same thing that the first beast had power to do, which was the one who it's going on to say, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So it come back in the same form as the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. America is the healing of the first beast. Them 2 horns like a lamb going into the way how that does function like the for you and the for your peace, and the Republican and the Democrats and all of that. But it's really a friggin' dragon. Alright? Because that's how they does live. Stab you in your back. That's how he saw it. But the point is, America is Rome. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Now, as I say, I'm making this video long, right? I'm making the video long, so let me jump to Revelation chapter 20 and verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to the battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So this going into what? When the time of World War III happened. So this beast, when this beast come back over a process of time, right? when Satan get back loose over a process of time, he'll bring the world through all the deception and all the lies to the point of World War III. Okay? And that is where we reach right now. This is when Yahweh Shai Mashiach will come back and deliver his people. But the point is, America is Rome. Look at a little proof of it. Homosexuality in ancient Rome. It says homosexuality in ancient Rome often. Now, this is on Wikipedia, so I just doing basically a documentary of the functions of ancient Rome, because they might want to give a strike for saying. But if you don't want nobody saying it, then don't put it up on Wikipedia, the same engine that runs YouTube, Google. What the hell? So it says homosexuality in ancient Rome often differs markedly from the contemporary West. Latin lacks words that would precisely translate homosexual and heterosexual. The primary dichotomy of ancient Roman sexuality was active, dominant, masculine, and passive, submissive, and feminine. Roman societies was patriarchal, and the freeborn male citizens possessed political liberty and the right to rule both himself and his household. Virtue was seen as an active quality through which a man defined himself. The conquest, mentally, and cult of virility shaped same-sex relations. Roman men were free to enjoy sex with other males without a perceived loss of masculinity or social status. See, as long as they took the dominant or penetrative role. You see the folly? Does America push this in your face right now? Yeah, they do. Because what the scripture just say, he exercised all the power of the first beast which was before him. Now, this is just a fraction of the things. They had the democracy, because the ancient Roman Empire had a Senate, just like the United States. You have these women being liberated, because women was free to do as a please to back then. The so-called white man is just a vile beast. That is all. That is all he is. Alright? It says, acceptable male partners were slaves and former slaves, prostitutes, and entertainers whose lifestyle placed them in a nebulous social realm of infamia, excluded from the normal protections accorded to a citizen, even if they were technically free. Although Roman men in general seem to have preferred youths between the ages of 12 and 20 as sexual partners. Freeborn male minors were off limits. You see, that's why this place had to be destroyed. That's why this place had to be destroyed. We say prostitutes and entertainers might remain sexually available well into adulthood. Oh boy, yes, hey. Homoerotic literature and art. Watch. Two men. Passion. Than they art. They call that art. They call that art. Saying they're passionate for each other. You saw his so-called white man is a devil. What's wrong? This is art, right? This is what I call art, right? This is a perfume bottle made of cameo glass found in the Roman necropolis of Ostipo, Spain from 1st century BC or AD. Side B of the bottle, portrayed above, shows two young men in bed. Side A, not portrayed, shows a man and a woman. Is this a normal thing in America? Yeah, it is. threesome from the suburban baths in Pompeii, depicting a sexual scenario as described by Catullus Carmen. What the hell? What's this? Threesomes in Roman art typically show two men penetrating a woman, but one of the suburban scenes has one man entering a woman from the rear while he in turn receives sex from a man standing behind him. Bro, this is what has been going on in America, but this is what America does push on the earth, boy. Tell me I lie, no? Tell me I lie. Gallo-Roman bronze examples for fascinum, a phallic amulet or charm. Shit. This is what Rome does promote, by. This is why you have Malik Yoba free to be a slider, but mudslide on him. You have a bad show me, I will shy go and destroy all you. But this is why America is the ancient Rome. This is why America is Rome. So shalom. This part of the reason why. Shalom.